Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Browns and the Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Hurts throwing right away. Caught by Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. And Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense looking to really cement his name among the legends of all time by winning a 4th Super Bowl title.
And to me, partner, you just have to marvel at the way he brings his teams back to the Super Bowl time and time again. If he can win this 4th title, what a capper that would be to a brilliant career. Reputation as a big game coach, absolutely cemented with a victory in this one.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing his Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They have things going their way.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early. That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Sets up to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 38, Hurts. Flipping right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 34. And that'll do it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 65. Still 3 more to play until we crown a champion. 7-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Hurts. And for the right side here, it's Allen. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Eagles continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, here's Chubb again. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third, Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the break, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not able to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Browns drive about to get started. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But there's ever a chance to regroup. It's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They've looked great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jordan Davis, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
In it to win it. Here we go. Right here.
On 1st down, Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This will be taken at the 10. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. And some room to maneuver. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Running lanes ran a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw here. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
Fans, they know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Well, they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
When we talk all the time about playing situational football, right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Watson's throw pulled in by Roberts here. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The final quarter here on the biggest stage of the biggest game of the year is about to come your way. 3 quarters in the books, and the 4th up next here in Super Bowl 65. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd down and 8. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Chubb is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Chubb again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you? You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a two-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again is Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Roberts. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up forward. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they get the conversion on a gain of 14. Here's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Watson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Watson to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Watson. Roberts with it over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.